Alright. Hey guys. It's me. I will be doing a kind of like an analysis video similar to the previous one that I have done. And I will be doing it out on the Roslyn rotation because a lot of people have been asking to describe the details and such, and typing it out is a hassle, so might as well make a video for you guys. I apologize, it has been a week, but I've been busy this week, so we'll get into it now instead. Hopefully it's not too late. Alright, let's start. So, starts off pretty simple. You just use your relics. What I've found in further testing recently though is if you have the rifle relic, it is the same as bubble gun in my experience, so you should use that over bubble. And obviously in real combat you still use rifle and mask because you don't have to press them. Nice and simple, and they're roughly the same damage, and you're not confined to the small area. So basically you start off with 3 yanuo skills, and I can start off this way because of the matrices, but if you don't have the matrices, you can start off by going to hunt by doing a long dash like this, and then you just start it the same way, same thing, but obviously you lose a second or so if you're playing for speed runs and such. But if you have the matrices, then you don't have to do that. But if you don't, then you do that. And then once you do your 3 skills, you attack, you do a normal attack to cancel out of yanuo skill mode, whatever it's called. And you do this because you only can get up to 3 buffs at C6. At C6, A6. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it. At A6. If you don't have A6, you technically only have to do 1. And then just go to Nanyan right away. But yeah, I think a lot of people that watch my videos tend to have higher advancements, so but yeah, just keep that in mind. It's basically just for the buffs. And after that you go to Nanyan, you do your discharge like every other frost rotation, and then you do your skill, then you swap to Roslyn right away to discharge, and then you let the discharge, as soon as the discharge damage comes out, which you will get used to eventually once you parse it enough, you can cancel it right away with the jump and then instantly skill. It will save you a lot of time because the animation makes you like stuck for a good amount of time if you don't cancel it. So as soon as the damage comes out, you can cancel it and press skill. It will take some time to get used to, but once like you get it down, you get it down. You know what I mean? So you do that. You do your skill. Then you'll do 1 full auto chain. And it'll be like the slam attack. That will be like the final auto chain. And you'll also hear the freezing noise of the cactus. I'll play it back to you. Right there, freezing noise. So you do a dash attack to break it. And what the dash attack does is you break the ice that you applied on the enemy, basically. And it does a 7,000% multiplier. And if you ask me, that's pretty good. It's pretty good damage. So you do that. You break it. As soon as your dash attack hits, it will break. So you can swap off right away. And that's what I do. So you go back to Nanyan to refresh your frost discharge. And then afterwards, you want to get to yanuo without using the charge. So you have to, some people have good enough ping to where they can just swap and it's no problem. For me, I do have a little bit of ping, so I try to jump cancel the end of the Nanyan animation. You don't want to do it too early because their animation has to mostly play out for the frost discharge to apply, but you can see that I jump out of it and then I basically press space and then yanuo right away. So I get to yanuo without using the charge. And that is crucial because otherwise you won't have enough charge. Except for in some team content, you'll get like random Fantasias and you'll get enough charge that way, but just try to do this to guarantee that you have enough charge. And for this first rotation specifically, and the last one, where you throw the spear, you only throw the spear, and then you swap off. I don't refresh the buff here like other rotations because the buff is still up, and I feel like that is a huge time loss in my experience. So what you do is you just throw the spear and then swap to Roslyn right away. Use your discharge, cancel as soon as the damage comes out because it'll fully happen as soon as damage comes out, and then you auto attack. I like to auto attack until I reach 6 seconds ish on the cooldown, and then I swap to Nanyan. Some people here like to do a dodge attack after their first auto chain is finished. I found that just doing a couple more normal autos actually does more damage, but you can test that as you will. But yeah, the same rule applies. You swap off at 6 seconds on Roslyn, skill cooldown, and then you go to Nanyan. And then you go back to Roslyn, and you do your discharge and skill, and it should line up like usual. And then you do your same one auto chain. You freeze the enemy, and then you break the ice, and then you swap back to Nanyan, and then you go to yanuo using like without using the charge. And after the first rotation, we switch it up a little bit. Here you'll have to start refreshing your buff. So what you do is you use your skill that you do have, and then you go into hunt, which is the backdash, hold dash, right? And then after that you throw the spear to apply snow trace and instantly click. So you throw and then click right away. And what that'll do is it'll give you back a skill because you went into hunt, but it'll also cancel you out so you can instantly go to Roslyn. And that's what I do here. I'll replay it one more time. Do the skill, backdash, throw it, and then instantly click, cancels out, and I go back to Roslyn. And I do my discharge, and I do auto attacks up until 6 seconds. And yeah, that's where like the minute rotation ends. I'm gonna skip forward because the rest of this is just the same principle. For yanuo, up to this point, you keep doing the same thing where you do skill and then backdash, and then you throw the spear, and then you click right away to cancel out of it, up until the second last time you plan to do it. Now, in Bygone, it's fairly simple. You know, like, your time restraint is 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so you know when the second last spear will be. But for like team content, it's a little harder to judge, but I'm sure you guys got this, you know. But basically for Bygone, which is the 2 minute 30 restraints, it'll be the third, like the 18-second mark, second Nanyan skill, where you don't do the backdash anymore, because since we're nearing the end of a rotation, you don't need the buff anymore or like keep refreshing the buff because the floor is about to end, you know. And so you, for the second last spear throw, you do your skill, and then you just throw right away. You don't do any dash, you don't do anything, you just skill and then throw, and then swap to Roslyn. And then everything is the same here as the beginning. And then the last rotation is the same as the first, where you only throw the spear and nothing else. So you throw a spear and then you swap off right away. Back to Roslyn to get that final snow trace in, and bam. Yep. That is it. That's it for this rotation. I hope it wasn't too fast-paced and too complicated. If you still have any more questions, you let me know and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Some people have higher ping than others, so it will be harder to do the swap cancel. But the only real way to fix it, or like to like counteract the ping, is if you play on, like, the higher FPS you play on, the bigger frame, like the bigger window you'll have to cancel. So when I'm doing like hard content, I like to play on 120 FPS, but otherwise, if I'm just playing casually, I play on 60. And yeah, that's really about it. Is there anything else I wanted to say before the end of this? An update on the parse 1 week later. After some upgrades, I have reached a new record of 8473. 8473 mil. So, almost breaking the 8.5 barrier. That's pretty cool. I'll probably try to record the 8.5 whenever it happens. Just gotta get lucky, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching. And like I said, if you need anything else, you can hit me up in the comments, and I'll answer to every comment. So yeah, bye bye.